Hello, this is forecaster Dante Ruben Royal from the Weather Advanced Storm Prediction Center here with a weather update. We're going to talk about a chance for some snow here in the Mid-Atlantic, and it's really hard to believe because of the weather pattern we've been at. This is probably one of the most mild Decembers that we've had in a really long time. So for us to be talking about snow after this huge rainstorm goes through, and one thing I typically tend to realize is that at times it takes a storm moving out of the way before the models can really hone in on the next one that's right behind it. And to a degree, I feel like the models are coming to an understanding of this because look at the GFS model, for example, right here. This low pressure system, usually if you get a look like this, for some reason this thing shoots right up in there, and it's not doing that. According to this GFS model, it's going right over Atlanta, and it's coming right through here, and it's going out. And typically, that's what happens is you have a high pressure system up here that's really suppressing everything, but that's not really what's happening. You can almost see a neutral, almost isn't positively, isn't more of a neutral trough. You want that trough to be kind of like this, so it can kind of scoop this storm up and move it up in this direction. But you can see there is cold air coming in behind a cold front from all of the rain that we're dealing with today. So, what does this mean? Well, we're going to look at the next. This is late Sunday night into Monday. This storm system down here is developing. Now, this is mid-Monday morning. You can see it's kind of exploded, and it's going to be a quick moving storm. No matter what way you look at it, no matter if it misses the Mid-Atlantic or whether it hits the Mid-Atlantic, it's going to be gone. It's not going to. So, it won't. The chances for heavy accumulation will come if you're in the heaviest bands. Now, look at how heavy this precipitation is. Really, in this area right here, you could be in some of those areas could see a quick 1, 2, 3 inches of snow, and in the darkest areas down here by Richmond, according to this model, it's been spitting out about 10 inches of snow. And other models, for the GFS has had this from the very beginning. It's kind of wavered a little bit in the midterm, but in the last couple days it's been the most consistent with it having it, and it's actually been pushing the snow, the precipitation shield even further north each run that we've had. Well, I could end up eating these words with a OZ run that comes later today. All this could shift farther to the south and east. I don't think that's going to happen though, because all the other guidance has been shifting in the same direction and further to the north and west. Now, given that this is a day out, a little over a day and a half out, I don't think it's going to do too much more of a difference. But I do think that areas like DC and Baltimore might get in on some decently significant snowfall, just if the trends continue to go in this direction. When you look at the low pressure system that's down here, it's really cranking. This is some really hefty snows that are down here, and if you get in on this heavy snow, you might see a good 2-3 inches in there. You can see that there's cold air available, which is not often the case. There's cold air available, and this is actually going to drag in more cold air behind it. You can see the ridging starting to develop in the west, but usually when a storm starts cranking like that, it allows it to start moving further up the coast. So what I can see happening with a storm similar to this is it reminds me of the snowstorms that we got back in 2000, nowhere close to the magnitude, first and foremost, but when you got those snowstorms in late 2009, early 2010, where the storm track took something very similar, but it came far enough north so that if you were like south of this line, you got some nice snow. So I wouldn't be surprised if you saw 1, 2, 3 inches in the DC metro area, Baltimore, maybe some light snow up into Philadelphia. But what's so different about this run is down here there's rain. There's rain. There was no rain on any of these models down there, so it indicates that this storm, so that warmer air possibly coming into effect. Now let's look at, I'm going to take you in a little closer. You can see the heaviest of the snows. This is really moderate snow in this area right here. This is all really just moderate snow. This is a light snow band, of course. You can deal with the dusting to an inch there. Some moderate snow, 1, 2, 3 inches, and it's because it's moving so quickly. And then you can see the heaviest snow to the south and east of Washington. And you can see it has plenty of fuel. Plenty of fuel to just drive snow in. And so if this continues, each model run is nudge another 20-25 miles to the northwest. You imagine if it does that over the next 2 or 3 model runs, some of the heaviest snows. Of course, that's a projection, could be right over the DC metro area. Am I saying that's going to happen? No, because this is just one model. Now the Canadian model has also been on that bandwagon. The GFS puts about 4 to 5 inches here. The Canadian model puts about 4 inches here in the city. But the European model gives you about 1 inch or 2 of snow, which is different than what it had been giving. It had been giving nothing at all. So there's some different things that go on with this. This is, by the way, about mid-Monday morning. So the mere fact that you have no sunlight, little sunlight, and the heaviestness of the snow that will possibly be coming down, those are some pretty good indications for you to have some accumulating snow. Now, down here in Virginia, it might be a little harder because it's going to be a little bit warmer. And temperatures might not be as far below freezing. Now, this is early Monday afternoon. As I said, it's a quick mover. Look at how quickly this thing moves off. Look at how quickly. Look at the prior. Look, and once again, remember where I said it coming in this direction. Look at that. Quickly moves off. You might even get some light snow flurries into the bigger cities, and as this thing pulls off, and this is pulling off, you have some light snow flurries, and maybe some. That's right there. Look more so noise on the model run. You might have some really light snow, and the areas on the bay will switch over all snow. But this thing is going to. There's a low, the upper level low will be behind it as it transfers off the coast. It's going to be out of here by Monday night, and whatever happens, it's going to be really, really cold Monday night, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then there's another storm that I'm going to keep an eye on that I might update you tomorrow on. That might have some chances of being more of a snowmaker for areas through this region than a southern slider. You might be dealing with more of a worry about mixing in DC, Baltimore, Philadelphia, New York City, and Boston than you would be with this storm. Okay, so this is forecaster Dante Rupert from the Weather Van Storm Prediction Center. Any questions or comments, leave it in the comment section below. I'll try to get to you. If not, please be nice, please be kind. You have no idea what anybody's ever going through. And have a wonderful rest of your day. Be safe, everyone.